So, good morning, students. Today we start the next topic. We're discussing chemical effects in electric current. These are the things we discussed already: insulators, liquids, conductivity. Then the chemical effects of electric current in the last class we discussed. So, today we'll be discussing the most important topic of this chapter, and that is electroplating. Today we'll be discussing electroplating. So, basically, what is electroplating? Electroplating means you are plating something with the help of electricity. You are plating something with the help of electricity. So, before I start this topic, there is electroplating, which is one of the chemical effects of electric current. As we all discussed, there are three effects: chemical effect, heating effect, magnetic effect. There are three effects of electric current, and electroplating is also one of the effects of electric current. So, before going to electroplating, let us just have a discussion on the different types of chemical effect that we discussed. So when electric current passes through a conducting solution, some chemical reaction takes place, and when electric current is passed through water dissociates into hydrogen and oxygen, and it is deposited over negative pole. And in under the category of chemical effects, we have various other effects. Suppose one question I would like to discuss, that there was a experiment done by Pujo to understand whether vegetables conduct electricity or not. So he connected the free ends of the tester inside the potato. The potato which is there is inside the free ends, and he connected that with a battery. So when the current was passed, it was seen that a green colored spot, a greenish blue spot, was observed at the potato, and near that end, which is at the near the positive terminal of the battery. So it clearly suggests that vegetables are also good conductors of electricity, because they are allowing the current to pass through them. Since they are allowing the current to pass through them, so it is quite visible that the chemical effect of electric current, which is nothing but change, is being observed there. Okay, so this we discussed in the last class. That is on 18 November we discussed different chemical effects of electric current. And so deposition of greenish blue spot inside the potato is also a chemical effect of electric current. So you again have when it is passed through a solution of metal salt, metal gets deposited, is also an electric it is also an electric current. And sometimes the color of the solution also changes, so that is also an effect of electric current. And these are some of the examples of electric current. So today we will be basically doing the just hold on. Today we'll be basically doing the electroplating part. So what is electroplating? And today's learning outcome will be to define electroplating and its different applications in day-to-day life. So electroplating is one of the chemical effects of electric current. You can see some pictures I have given here: a key, then the knob which you use in bathroom, then a cycle, then wheels, alloy wheels. So electroplating is one of the chemical effects of electric current, and electroplating is a chemical process using a metal which is coated with a layer of another metal. Electroplating is a process in which a metal is coated with a layer of another metal, and it is done to make the metal shiny. So suppose if I take a layer, if I take this kind of layer, and in this layer I want to plate any other layer. So to protect this layer, I plate with any other layer to make this layer safe, and the layer which I am coating, that layer should look shiny. So electroplating is a chemical process using which a metal is coated with a layer of another desired metal, and it is done to make the metal shiny, and it is done over the articles made of iron, because students, we know that iron undergoes rusting. So as to prevent rusting to iron, generally electroplating is done. So there is no rusting, and it can give a shiny look on that particular object. For example, wheel rims is made of iron, they are being electroplated. Then handle of a bicycle. Then many other things are there. You can see the bathroom knobs, they are also electroplated with some kind of shiny surface, so that it is not exposed to air, and so rusting is less. So with the help of these things, we do electroplating. But what is the methodology of electroplating? Okay, what is the methodology of electroplating and how electroplating is done? What is the basic principle of electroplating that we should understand first, so that we will be able to know that why electroplating is done and how the plating of the metal or the coating of the metal is done on the top of any metal. So process of electroplating is described in this particular diagram. You can see a yellow electrode dipped in a solution. You can see a gray electrode dipped in a solution. You can see they are connected by the batteries. So in the process of electroplating, please look nicely. In the process of electroplating, the metal salt solution is taken in a container. Metal solution means suppose you want to take a metal of copper. So you take copper sulfate. Suppose the metal you want to take magnesium, you take magnesium sulfate. Suppose the metal you want to take zinc, so you take zinc sulfate. So metal solution is taken in a container. Salt of metal is chosen which is to be coated. Means suppose if you want to coat with copper, you take copper sulfate. If you want to coat with zinc, you take zinc sulfate. So with whichever you want to coat, that metal you have to take. So metal which is to be coated is dipped in the solution. You can see metal which is to be coated is dipped in the solution and connect with a negative pole. Means the metal with which you will coat it, suppose you are coating with copper or you are coating with zinc, so that particular metal will connect to the negative terminal. Metal for the desired coating is connected to the positive pole, which means suppose iron is there and you want to coat the iron with copper. So iron you have to push in the positive side, and copper, as because you want to coat copper with iron, so copper should be the negative terminal. So with the positive terminal, iron should be connected, and with the negative terminal, copper should be connected. Where electric current is passed, now you pass the current. When electric current is passed, metal from the anode is positively charged. Metal from the anode is dissolved in the salt solution. Means anode is positive, cathode is negative. Got my point? Anode is positive, means with which will means metal. Cathode is negative, and then from anode it moves into the solution. So when electric current is passed through the solution, metal from the anode it dissolves in the salt solution and deposits over the cathode. So metal which comes from anode to the salt solution goes to the cathode. So which means I am electroplating copper with iron now. So iron I have taken the positive. So iron ions get dissociated into the salt solution, and that from salt solution the iron ions they go and get coated onto the copper one. So this coating of desired metal is obtained on another metal. So simple students, electroplating is a very simple process. Suppose you need to coat copper, put copper in the negative side, and you want to coat copper with you take iron. If you want to coat iron, take iron in the negative side, and if you want you have to do with the coating. So metal which is to be coated should be the negative side, and metal through which you will coat should be in the positive side. So if you want to coat with copper, copper should be in the positive side. If you want to coat on iron, iron should be the negative side. So copper gets dissociated into the solution, and from the solution the copper gets go and deposits on the cathode. Whatever metal you take on the cathode, that particular metal from the anode will come and deposit onto that. This is a simple process of electroplating. Some other process also we'll discuss, but then you please do some questions. The exercise question is there regarding Rahul takes seawater in place of